What we'll do this week is focus on seated poses, or actually standing poses. We'll cycle through a bunch of standing poses. And then for our breathwork pranayam practice, we'll focus on what's called the Bhastrika pranayam, diaphragmatic breathing, just to harden the practice, get a little bit deeper into it. Practice that for the rest of the week. And then other practices, of course. So that said, let's settle in. Close your eyes. Find a comfortable position on the mat. Making any adjustments to the body, releasing any tension. Trying to find a good posture, back straight, back, neck and head in a straight line. Taking a few moments to scan the breath. Just noticing how the breath feels. Seeing if you want to change anything to improve how we breathe. Trying to turn our attention inside. Minimize any thoughts, any distractions, anything we need to do for the rest of the day. And then let's chant 3 Oms with your eyes closed. Join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. And then open your eyes. Let's start with some stretches, seated position, and then we'll do the Bhastrika pranayam. So let's make some circles in the air, stretching the arms, and then cross the arms, go the other way. Just working on the arms, the shoulders a little bit. Switching which arm is in front with each round. Let's do one more in each direction. And then release and stop the practice. Quick reminder. So this involves active inhalation, active exhalation. Use our arm movement to facilitate that. So as we inhale, arms go up. As we exhale, the arms go down. Don't overdo it. Don't sprain your shoulders or arms while you do so. Take your time, focus. And when you're ready, close your eyes. We'll do a shorter first round, maybe 10 to 15 strokes, and then a longer second round. So when you're ready, begin at your own pace, go at your own speed. And then let's stop this round. Keep your eyes closed. Observe. Before we do the next round, think about our breathing muscles, our diaphragmatic muscles, and try to notice any subtle movements, any activation. One of the goals of this practice is to really exercise, activate those muscles. and then open your eyes. Do a longer round, or you can stop anytime, of course, or do something else if this doesn't feel good. Otherwise, let's try to go up to 60 strokes if we can. Close your eyes, hands by your side, and then when you're ready, begin, focus, go at your own pace. Let you finish if you're still going. A couple of strokes and then stop the practice. Release your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Observe your breath. See how the mind feels. And then energizing practice. And then open your eyes. All right. Let's move on. Get on our feet, do some additional warm-ups, and then a couple of poses. So we're going to work on triangle sequence today. So let's start with some triangle stretches. So spread your feet wider than hip width apart. Get a good grip on the mat. Knees straight, body in one single plane. And then hands by your side, palms facing down. Bend to the right side, stretch to the right, and then to the left. And keep going. Trying to keep your elbows straight. Just turning side to side, feeling the stretch in the inside of the legs, in the hips, the back. Keep going. Bend a little bit deeper with each round. One more on each side. And then stop the practice. Next, revolve triangle stretches. So now bend forward, back, somewhat parallel to the ground. Right hand on the outside of the left ankle. And then the reverse, left hand on the outside of the right ankle. And then keep going. Now noticing a twist in the spine. Control movement and pick up the pace if you can control the movement. And get that heart rate up, body warmed up. One more on each side. And then straighten your back, bring your feet together. Quick break. Last loosening practice, warm up, knee rotations. We'll do the lateral angle pose. So we'll be balancing with one knee bent. So let's loosen those knee joints. Bend your knees, palms on your knees, and then making circles clockwise or anti-clockwise, few rounds, and then changing direction. Let's switch, go the other way. One more. And then release and relax. All right. Hopefully feeling a bit more warmed up. Let's get ready for the poses. Triangle sequence. We'll start with the triangle pose and the revolve triangle. Take a break and then do the lateral angle pose. So once again, feet wider than hip width apart. Find your balance. Hands by your side. And then as you exhale, bend to the right side and stay here as a pose. Focusing on the alignment, focusing on the breathing. So left hand pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Right hand, the outside of the right ankle. Feeling a stretch a little more inside of the right leg, through the left hip, shoulder, arm, body in one single plane, not leaning forward or backward. Breathe. Feel the stretch. Couple more breaths. And then as you exhale, straighten your back, hands by your side. And then the reverse. Now bend to the left side. Right hand goes up. Right elbow straight. Fingers pointing towards the ceiling. Left hand outside of the left ankle. Breathe. Feeling the stretch inside of the left leg now, left hamstring. And then the right hip through the back. Right shoulder. Stretch in the right arm. Feel the pose. Continue breathing. Don't hold your breath. 2 more breaths. And then as you exhale, unwind. Drop your hands. Quick break. And we'll do the revolved triangle pose. Hands by your side again. Now bend forward, back somewhat parallel to the ground. And then the right hand on the outside of the left ankle. Left hand pointing up. Adding a spinal twist. Looking to the left, either at the fingertips of your left hand or wherever your neck feels comfortable, neutral. And breathe. Feeling a bit of a more stretch inside of the right leg, a little bit on the inside of the left leg as well. Don't press on your right hand too much. Feel the stretch on the left side, left shoulder, left arm. Breathe. Noticing the twist in the spine. 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, unwind. Straighten your back for a second. Quick break. And then on the other side, bend forward again. And this time take the left hand on the outside of the right ankle. The right hand goes up. And breathe. Feeling the stretch in the right shoulder, right arm. Twist in the spine. Making sure you don't press too much on the left hand. It's only resting outside the right ankle. Breathe. Notice the stretch inside of the legs. Maybe a little bit more in the right hamstring than the left. The pose. 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, unwind, straighten your back. Bring your feet together. Relax standing pose. Feet hip width apart, hands by your side. Close your eyes. Catch your breath. Scan your body. Maybe still feeling stretch inside of the legs, the sides of the body, arms, shoulders. Noticing any tension in the body, any discomfort, hopefully no pain. Never going past the point where you feel pain. Listening to your body, your breath, making the needed adjustments. Skipping a pose or a practice. Coming out of the pose sooner than the rest of the class, or what the instructor is asking you to do. Doing what's good for yourself. And then open your eyes. All right, last pose, lateral angle pose. So once again, feet wider than hip width apart. Now this time we'll start on the left side first. So turn the right foot 90 degrees outside. Turn the left foot, Turn the right foot inside slightly, 30 degrees or so. Makes it easier to balance. And then bend the left knee. Keep the right knee, right leg straight. Bring the left elbow on top of the left knee. Turn the right hand over your head. In the final pose, lateral angle pose, Parshva Konasana. And breathe. Once you find your balance, And then let's check the alignment. So make sure your left knee isn't bending too much so it's not going past your left foot. Pull it back slightly so you don't overextend your left knee. And then on the right side of the body, as close to a straight line as possible from your right leg through your hip, side of your body, right arm. Nice balanced posture. Breathe. Deeper stretch. You could try to take the left hand on the outside of the left foot on the mat. Feel the stretch, the inside of the left hamstring. One more breath. And then let's exhale. Unwind. Drop your right hand. Turn both your feet pointing straight. Quick break. And then we'll repeat this on the other side. So now turn the right foot at about 90 degrees outside. Left foot slightly inside. And then bend the right knee. Maybe push the left leg back. Use the length of your mat. Check your right knee again. Don't overextend it. Pull it back slightly so it's on top of the right foot or slightly behind. And then take the right elbow on top of the right knee and turn the left hand above your head in the final pose. And breathe. Feel the alignment. Check the alignment of your body. Left side in as close to a straight line as possible through the left leg, hip, left shoulder, left arm. Feeling the stretch in the inside of the legs, the hamstrings. Breathe. Deeper stretch. Right hand on the mat on the outside of the right foot. Two more breaths. And then as you exhale, unwind, lower your left hand, bring your feet together. And then quick break. Relax standing pose again. Shikara Tadasana. Close your eyes and observe. Notice your breath. Scan your body. If you're still feeling the stretch through your hamstrings, your elbows, arms, shoulders. And then open your eyes. All right, let's move on. Get back on the mat. Some additional breath work. Let's do another cooling practice today, since it's getting a little warm, at least here in the Bay Area. I'll get closer to the screen. So we'll practice what's called in Sanskrit Siddhanta Pranayam. So basically the practice is you breathe with your mouth open through the gaps between your teeth. So for this practice, what you do is rest the top row of the teeth on the bottom row with your mouth wide open. Don't grind them too hard, just gently resting the top row on the bottom row, creating that gap. And then you inhale through the mouth open. So the air coming inside through the gaps between the teeth creates a cooling sensation in your breathing passage. Then you close the mouth and exhale through the nose. So see how it feels. Try a couple of breaths first. If you have any allergies, irritation, congestion in the throat, might not feel that great. So you can stop the practice, do something else. But otherwise, can be a nice cooling practice when it's warm outside. So let's find a good seated posture. Close your eyes again. Release any tension. Keep your body relaxed. Back, neck and head in a straight line as much as possible. Arms, palms gently resting on your knees or thighs. And then let's start with maybe 4 to 5 breaths in the first round. See how it feels. Small break and then we'll do a longer round. So So open your mouth wide open, top row of the teeth resting on the bottom row. Inhale through the mouth open, close your mouth, exhale through the nose, and continue at your own pace. 4 to 5 breaths. Keep your eyes closed when you're done. Just observe, see how it feels. Maybe you feel the cooling sensation, maybe it doesn't feel that good, whatever it is, just being aware of what's happening. And then let's try one more round, maybe a little bit longer, 8 to 10 breaths. Begin when you're ready. Don't rush, take your time. One more, if you're still going to finish this round. And let's stop the practice. Keep your eyes closed, observe. And then let's move on. We'll do some seated body awareness, relaxation, meditation. So continue to keep your eyes closed. You can go and rest against a wall or a sofa or something if you need some support for your back. Let's begin by scanning our body, starting with the lower part of the body, the feet, the ankles, calf muscles. Trying to relax, breathing in, breathing out. Turning our awareness to our knee joints, quads, hamstrings. Trying to release any tension, relax. Breathe into the muscles, into the joints. Becoming more aware of our hips, our sit bones, the waist. Trying to relax. Trying to relax the entire lower part of the body, from the waist to the toes. As you inhale and exhale. Moving our awareness further up, middle part of the body, starting with the spinal column, the entire back region, lower back, middle part of the back, upper back. Trying to relax. The abdominal region, the stomach. Noticing the movement of the stomach with the breath. Moving out on the inhale. Moving in on the exhale. Relax the chest region. Shoulders. Maybe turning the neck side to side to release any tension, and then relax the neck. Relax the biceps and the triceps. Elbows. Lower arms. The wrists. Palms. And the fingers of both the hands. Becoming aware and relaxing the entire middle part of the body, from the neck to the lower back and the abdominal region. And then the upper part of the body, bringing our awareness to our head region, our face. Letting go of any wrinkles in the forehead region. Relaxing the eyebrows, space between the eyebrows, the eyes, nose. Gently rotating the tongue inside the mouth cavity and relaxing the mouth. Relaxing the cheeks and the chin. Relaxing the entire facial region and head. And then scanning the entire body quickly, head to toe, and relaxing the entire body. Let's work towards closing the class. Scan your breath. Notice how your breath feels. And then let's end the class by chanting one Om. So with your eyes closed, join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. Rub your palms, generating some heat. And then transfer that heat by cupping your eyes, massaging your face, your neck. And then open your palms and open your eyes, blinking with your palms. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your day.